Hey guys, Patriot with you this morning. It's early. It's about 6:20, 6:30. Just going out for a little hike this morning and stayed up overnight last night. I think it's a bit early for this tripod. I just don't feel like carrying it yet. Being a wimp. So I'm going to walk out to one of my regular spots this morning. I don't think I've been out here for 2 years. So, actually, that's a little better. I actually brought some equipment out to do some testing today. So once we kind of get out to a little flat where I think it will be good for my testing, I'll break out the pack and kind of show you what I'm carrying. Thanks for tagging along, guys. I grew up in the desert and I've lived there my whole life, but anytime I came up hunting as a kid with Dad, or later on when I started getting into archery, virtually every hunt that I've done has been up in the forest, and it's actually kind of really the place that I like to be, and kind of the real treat for me. I just love getting up here. I love the cool air. I think it's about 7 in the morning. It's already warm. I'm at 6,800 feet here. This place is loaded with elk, by the way. I'll show you some pictures here. Probably mix those in right now. This ponderosa has taken a lightning hit. See it spiraling up there and blowing the top of the tree off, with which I'll show you. Kind of a funny looking ponderosa. It makes a Y at the top. Good sized ponderosa. It's a little older now. It's actually probably a good spot to There's a mule deer over here looking at me. Let's see if I can get the camera on. So much for that idea. Oh. Normally I'm pretty quick at that, but not today. Actually, yeah, I was in the right spot. That's where she was. Right there. Actually, right up that little ridge right up there. Oh well, there'll be more. Sorry. So here's this down ponderosa that kind of wise up at the top. And what I like about these old lightning hit trees, they're usually a good place to find some fat wood, where these branches come in and meet the trunk is one place, and then if it's a blowover and the tree's fallen over and the roots are exposed, that's also a pretty good spot. Like right down here and here, wherever the tree kind of bulges out there, that's normally a good spot for fat wood too. But this one's a lightning hit. We take a lot of lightning here in Arizona. It's how a lot of our forest fires are started. We're the second state in the nation for our number of lightning strikes after Florida. So I treat it pretty seriously. When the lightning starts, I don't mess around. I try to get to somewhere. When I'm out in the field, I try to find some shelter somewhere. I don't go near any of the big trees. I'll find a smaller jack pine or something like that, and some brush, anything to give me a little bit of protection. But you know, I try not to let a storm sneak up on me either. Up here in this ridge line, I can see why that mule deer was up here. It's a nice open area with a little bit of grass. Makes its way along to the west over here, with a little bit of a bowl shape over here too. Real nice area back here. Alright, so you can see the condition of this tree here. It's been down a long time. It's dried out and deteriorated, but in a few spots you can actually see that the wood is rich with resin. It's had termites in it, it looks like. See this real dark here and here? That's where it's rich in fat wood. This piece right here is pretty rich. It's all these little fine shavings and everything are going to make a real nice powder. Usually I'd like to see this whole thing here yellow. So that's what I'd be looking for, but this one's not too bad. Yeah, it's a little dry. Not ideal. There's a nice chunk there. Anyhow, I just wanted to show you how some old rotten looking wood like that can still yield some very combustible material. So out here in this area, there's really no reason to ever find yourself without a way to start fire, because if you have a little Bic lighter and you have a few chips of that stuff, that's going to burn like crazy. It works really good. By the way, the hawk I was using is a 2 Hawks. This is the ultralight model with the 19-inch handle. Only weighs 1.1 pounds. See, I've got it wrapped with some black hockey tape, a little paracord up here to protect the handle, and the rest is stock. Comes with this little leather case here to protect the front edge of. So real handy. And I just spotted another lightning hit tree back over here. You can already tell it's lightning hit versus snap, because on the right side of the tree you can see the spiral split down along the side. So I'm gonna go look for the top of that tree, and we'll see if we got some good chopping material up there. Little baby cactus down there. It looks like it's of the prickly pear family, but I'm not sure. So what I like to do is get my camera, my still camera, get a shot of it, then take a look at it when I'm back home. See if I can identify it. Looks like a red-tailed hawk's feather sitting there. So I'm walking up to the lightning tree here, and a pretty good sized jackrabbit, get that sun out of the lens there, pretty good sized jackrabbit launches and bolts from this tree right here and knocks over a big chunk of wood that tumbles. It must have been on a hair trigger, because I don't see how an animal that size. Anyhow, all I think is large 100-pound animal or more 12 feet away from me. So I missed my chance to look cool, because I had my Glock out of my holster and at the ready here. That one got me, because I had just looked at that wood pile and I knew there was nothing there. So when something big moved, caught my surprise, got my attention, I should say. Yep, that thing has been blasted pretty good. So just under the bark on the trunk of this ponderosa that was lightning hit, you can see all the resins and everything have started to pull down, and it gets saturated towards the bottom down here, and there will be lots of good resins and fat wood, lots of combustible material and chips. However, I'm not going to go up and start pounding on this one, because if you go up, there's lots of dead stuff that's just barely hanging on, and you're just asking for trouble. Those are big limbs up there. The other interesting thing, just a testimony to the power of lightning, the main body, or the trunk of the tree, top of the tree is way over there, probably about 30-40 feet away. I was walking along here and this kind of caught my eye. It almost looks like it was placed here. Which I guess it could have been. But see the clean dirt underneath here? It's a clear sign of grooming, which means that there's a critter, probably a squirrel or a chipmunk, or might be able to identify those. It looks like a chipmunk because I can see his tail drags right here. Plus they like this kind of stuff. And this is all hollowed out at the end. Right here, there's actually tunnels going through the end of this. But that would be a perfect place for a little figure 4 trap or something. But actually, for their size and weight, it's hard to beat a rat trap. You carry a couple of Walmart rat traps with you, you have something that's surefire, and it's going to work every single time. And have a little peanut butter or power bar or anything with you to bait that thing. And this would be pretty much 100% deal. Everything's fresh right there. So you put a nice trap in there with a little bit of peanut butter on it, and you're going to get yourself a chipmunk or two. Speaking of food, there is unfortunately there's an injured dove over here. Who knows what happened to it? Kind of sad to see. Oh, wait a second. 2 dove sitting low right here. Let me show you. They got a nest right here. Kind of cool. I just got a total dove fake out on video. Usually it's ravens and stuff that do that, but that was pretty good coming from a dove. I liked it. Can you imagine if I was hungry and I went to chase after him? Because he was going so slow right here, I could have easily grabbed him. But then as I would have approached, he would have flown away. Actually, I'm not sure if that was clear to the viewers, but that dove was a decoy. It was playing injured. Sometimes I see that stuff and I don't relay what's going on, so maybe some of my younger viewers are curious, but that dove was acting like it was injured to get me away from its nest, and it was doing a pretty darn good job of it, because my initial twitch was to go after it. Just my, I don't know if it was my dog instinct or what, but I started to like kind of move after it, because yeah, it was a good fake. There's a few ants on this tree. They don't seem to care much about me. A little bit of, I call it baby food. It's just that squeeze fruit stuff. I like this is it doesn't sit in your stomach and rot, so if you're working hard or you're about to head out the door for a workout, you can get a shot of this in you. And it's handy for the hikes too, because you can feel it instantly. Within a minute I can feel that those sugars and everything hit my my bloodstream.